Hey guys, altcoin author. So I saw that a lot of you want to know how to mine Litecoin. And Litecoin is a good altcoin to know because it was founded by Charlie Lee, who was really an innovator in the early days of crypto, and he bought a bunch of Bitcoins back in the day. And now he's evangelizing the crypto ecosystem. Like I saw a conference that he went to in Los Angeles, and he talked about going to a McDonald's and buying Bitcoin for cash and that whole sketchy process at the beginning because they didn't have a real streamlined way to buy Bitcoin, like you can nowadays through going to, Coinstar with their CoinMe product, or, you had to go and then, you hand over the cash, and it may be a problem with the cash, and then there's sketchy characters, and it's really interesting to learn how it was way back when. I mean, I've been in it since about 2014, and things kind of came together fairly well by then. But on the early days when Charlie was doing it in a big way, those were especially interesting times. So the thing you need to know about Litecoin is that it uses the consensus mechanism of script, which is different than Bitcoin's SHA-256. And all that means is that all these coins award the people that mine or secure the blockchain using the script algorithm. So what you have here is Litecoin, which is the most valuable, the market cap of about 3 billion and a lot of volume, pretty much about that as well. And then here you have listed all the different of the biggest pools. And what you're looking at here with the hash rate is 162 theta hash. So what that means is the computing power of all of these rigs that are pointed to the explorer of Litecoin are pumping out all these calculations, and they're doing so secures the blockchain by when a transaction goes out, it's being relayed to all these different nodes. And so that if there's any confusion of, oh, did this transaction actually happen? Then they could say, oh, well, look at all these nodes. Like they are able to verify that, and they prevent against the double spend, as they talk about in a lot of the courses. So what you're seeing here on this page is how many of the blocks out of the last 100 blocks happened. So this is 26, 19, 15. And whereas Bitcoin has a 10-minute block time, these block times are, yeah, just like a minute. But it kind of vacillates. It's not like clockwork. There's a whole calculation in terms of, some blocks may come 1 second after the next, and then some may take like a few minutes. So but the law of averages generally brings it tight together in the end. So what would people would do if they had a rig is they would go on to one of these sites. They'd click on, let's go one of the American ones. Sure. A sub pool within BTC. BTC is a big pool for Bitcoin, but they also do other coins as well. So if you go to the site here, you're already going to have, by and large, either an ASIC system hooked up, which the sole purpose of the computer is to mine for a particular algorithm, and it does that best and really nothing else. Or you have some sort of a graphics card that can push a whole bunch of hash rate towards this particular coin. So we'll see here is Litecoin, and then the earnings. It says 0.00 mH, but that just means that you need to be pushing in a lot of power to even be making much at all. So you can kind of put in the price of your electricity, the price of the equipment, and then amortize how much you're going to make. If you put in 1,000, then you're going to make $1.19 a day, assuming you get your electricity for free. Or it's subsidized, or you live with your parents, or what have you. So this current price 143, and then the earning models. When you learn about the pools themselves, you'll learn about um, the different distributions and reward mechanisms that they give to miners to try to discourage pool hopping, and that is done so that people don't jump in at the very, let's say like a block is found, and then it's like, okay, great, a fresh block. Someone like devotes a ton of their hashing power to that block, and then if it gets, let's say, found in the next 2 minutes, then for like 2 minutes of extreme hashing power, they can get the entire block reward, which is, you know, quite a number of Litecoin. But if it doesn't, they can pull out and then wait for the rest of the community to continue to mine that coin. And the problem there is that if it goes down the road, they only put in 2 seconds, and or 2 minutes, and if it hits, then they make out enormously well, and if it doesn't, they still get a piece of something. So they're really pulling down the ROI of the rest of the community. So there's ways through PPLNS or things where you mine, and if it doesn't hit in a certain period of time, then you'll lose the resources that you put in. So that time that you did those calculations, you won't get compensated for those if you jump in and jump out. So it's just a incentive for the community to continue to um, mine on a particular pool. Right. So Litecoin is one of many coins that are on the script algorithm. It's one of the first ones, and it's very popular because it's really fast as compared to the SHA-256. And a lot of these early coins, like Digibyte, Verge, Nova Coin especially, I've been here for a while, like Gravio Coin, this is tied to an exchange that you can trade between coins, and all these projects have their own little spin on what they do and how they contribute to the ecosystem. But as a whole, script is one of the more popular ones. So if you had to pick a particular algorithm to do, I would suggest this one because you can see yourself being awarded blocks or getting partial blocks, and because the blocks themselves, a lot of times they're even worth less than a penny. So it's more an exercising, seeing how it all works, and then getting a sense of what to do before you move on to trying to mine, Bitcoin or any of the other ones in which you'll need a huge rig, or you'll need a minor miracle to get awarded a block. So hope if you have any more questions about Litecoin, or interested in any script specific or Bitcoin specific questions, shoot them over and I'll go ahead and answer them. Have a good day.